2 Samuel chapter 4. Upon hearing of Abner's death in Hebron, Saul's son was overcome with weakness, and a sense of distress fell upon all the Israelites. Saul's son had 2 men as leaders of raiding bands, one named Baanah and the other Rechab. They were sons of Rimmon the Beerothite, descendants of Benjamin. The town of Beeroth was also assigned to Benjamin. The Beerothites had fled to Gittaim, and had lived there as foreigners to this day. Jonathan, Saul's son, had a young son who was crippled in both feet. He was 5 years old when the news about Saul and Jonathan came from Jezreel. His nurse picked him up and fled, but in her hurry to escape, he fell and became lame. His name was Mephibosheth. One hot day, Rechab and Baanah, the sons of Rimmon the Beerothite, set out and arrived at the house of Ishbosheth, who was resting on his bed at noon. They entered the house as if to get some wheat, and they struck him in the abdomen. Then Rechab and his brother Baanah slipped away. Once inside the house, they struck down Ishbosheth on his bed and killed him. Then they beheaded him, took his head, and traveled all night through the Arabah. They brought the head of Ishbosheth to David in Hebron and presented it to the king, saying, "Here is the head of Ishbosheth son of Saul, your enemy, who sought your life. The Lord has avenged my lord the king this day against Saul and his offspring." David responded to Rechab and Baanah, the sons of Rimmon the Beerothite, "As surely as the Lord lives, who has delivered me from all trouble. When someone told me, 'Saul is dead,' and thought he was bringing good news, I seized him and put him to death in Ziklag. That was the reward I gave him for his news. How much more, when wicked men have killed an innocent man in his own house and on his own bed, should I not now require his blood from your hands and rid the earth of you?" So David gave orders to his young men, and they killed Rechab and Baanah, cut off their hands and feet, and hung their bodies by the pool in Hebron. They took Ishbosheth's head and buried it in Abner's tomb in Hebron.